attempted murder is Huey Newton, 25-year-old leader of the Black Panthers for self-defense. Newton is hospitalized in serious condition and under heavy guard.
For the particular moment right now, as we look at Ferguson and Baltimore, I think what this documentary raised when I first saw it at the Pan-African Film Festival in LA when Stanley and his team premiered it was the height of, for me, joining Black Lives Matter, particularly Black Lives Matter LA, and seeing the class contradiction and how people don't want to acknowledge that there is now a Black and Latino professional elite class that is doing the job of white supremacy. That's what we're seeing in Baltimore. Right? Like these young people in Gilmore houses, no one's still talking to them. No one's inviting them to panels. No one's inviting them to town halls. The mayor is Black. The superintendent's Latino. The person who decided to build a $150 million juvenile justice center is an Asian American man. The prosecutor's Black. The same prosecutor that's been prosecuting other Black people that still hasn't let this brother go on $500,000 bond. I think these are the things we need to raise as those of us who've had the privilege to be kind of in this professional class, whether we like it or not, we're there. And I think that a film like this is critically important to showing those young people that are now not turned on to activism. I feel like the way they've been responding against the system the entire time. It's just now it takes a rebellion for them to be heard, that what we ultimately need now is political education.
How did you go about sifting through all those stories, and what were some of the hardest moments of trying to develop a narrative arc for this film?
You know, I think as a filmmaker, you know, the biggest decision that we made was to try to tell the story without narration. Once you make that decision, then kind of everything follows, and it becomes kind of, you know, if you're jumping off a high diving board and you say, okay, I'm going to now do 7 flips instead of just diving straight into the pool. So, you know, that was a big decision, and some of the things came out of that. You know, it was just a matter of what comes out. Well, you know, you have to kind of know where you are in time. You have to know where you are in place. You have to know where you are. You know, all those things that a narrator can do. You know, we like to say, you know, a narrator can connect A to B, can connect A to D. You know, can connect A to W. But you know, you don't have those connections when you don't have narration. I think that as an audience, though, the way you view a film is very different when there's nobody saying, you know, the Black Panther Party came out of the struggle in the 19th century. You know, there's a different feeling that you have as an audience. And so, you know, that's what you gain. It just becomes a little bit more difficult to do that.
You know, people will talk about what's not in the film. Let me say what I think is in the film. Hope, inspiration, and an example of what can happen if you're the embodiment of what I think the key message of the Black Panther Party was, the key internal message. And you saw it throughout the film in signs, and people said it. If you ask any Panther, if you stop them and say, what's the #1 thing that you were taught to believe? And you know, of course, there's the 10-point program. We read Fanon and Malcolm X, and we had the Red Book. And I guarantee you, this is a pop quiz that I guarantee that if they were there, this is how they would answer that question. Anybody who was in the Black Panther Party, they would say, we were taught to love the people and serve the people, mind, body, and spirit. I'm excited for as many young people to see this film as possible. Can't wait till Stanley says it's okay for me to show this in the King houses in Harlem, to show it at Impact, to show it at Columbia, across the country, because people will get that, and an example of that, and they will see the faces of the young people who were in the Black Panther Party. And as is mentioned in the film, we were young. Yes, I was 15 when I joined the Panther Party, but I was one of the youngest of a crowd of people that were only 18, 19, and 20 years old. And so what we said in the Black Panther Party was that the goal was never to make everybody in the Black community a Panther. The goal was to, by our example, to teach the people the possibility of struggle.
But they really understood how important that pictures were and how important media was and communicating with people. And also working with people, the fact that I wasn't Black, that I was white. Bobby didn't care. he felt that I was a revolutionary, which I was at that time, you know, and so that was enough.
What are your hopes for the film in terms of its full release?
We just hope that people come to see it. You know, we're going to be in theaters, you know, starting in New York for 2 weeks and all over the country. And we just want people to turn out. And we want, you know, people to become involved.
Yes, y'all. Juwan here with another edition of Rooftop Live, and you don't stop. We are in Detroit, back again, talking with our brother Eddie Gonz, and also hearing some more music from you later on in the show. Share with us a little bit, my brother, your work here in Detroit. You build with a lot of producers, a lot of MCs through your work with the collective, the Rise Up Collective. In Detroit, we have a humanitarian crisis that's occurring. Water has been cut off for thousands of families. Share how you, through your music, through your culture, are building your community here in Detroit in the face of such odds, in the face of such humanitarian crises that are occurring here.
The odds, right? The odds. So the Rise Up actually organized a cipher in our hood at Clark Park, right across from Western International High School. We invited a bunch of different artists out. It was about 6 artists that we, you know, spoke to prior to. Gave them research links and, you know, offered them what we had, and they went to the lab. They, you know, worked on what they could, came back on that Sunday. They shared it with the community. We had a dialogue about, you know, what's going on with the water shutoffs and, you know, informing people and also getting new knowledge ourselves and, you know, discussing what we can do to organize and to voice our opinions on what's going on. So right now, you know, it's still like a lot of movement going on, even though we lost one of our soldiers, Charity Hicks, which I didn't get the chance to meet. But you know, when you listen to her speak and talk about the issues that are still going on right now, you could tell that she was a blessing to Detroit and a blessing to the movement. And we're just, you know, doing what we can on the hip hop side of things and voicing our opinions and just offering the space for other people to share what's going on through their minds. And
you have a new album coming out, The Odds. On that album, you have a song that's called Stop and Spit. In that song, you talk a little about, you say the word apocalypse and you say rise up. Share how, for some people, people have been describing, you know, Detroit and the failing infrastructure as kind of a evil in the future, almost like a society breakdown. But you're saying, sure, we may deal with an apocalypse, but we're going to rise up. Share a little bit about that song and what that means when you say that.
Sure. I mean, I think that, you know, everybody has their demons that they're fighting with every day, and it just kind of, you know, it sucks and it's hard to fight, you know, demons that ain't your own, I guess, in a sense. You know, there's a lot of people in Detroit who don't get the chance to voice their opinions on certain issues and certain topics, so decisions are made without the people present, and, you know, that's definitely an issue no matter what the topic is or what it is that's going on. Everyone's opinion needs to be at the table if it affects them. So, you know, when I say rise up from the apocalypse, I'm just speaking to the idea of waking up to a new day, you know, like the idea of starting fresh and you know, it doesn't, regardless of what the movement has been or, you know, hasn't been, we got today to work and we got tomorrow to look forward to. So that's what I'm talking to in that song right there.
Y'all heard it here first, and you don't stop. Rooftop Live. The brother's name is Eddie Gonz. Make sure you check for his upcoming record, The Odds. We are in Detroit, the D, Motor City. Let's go.
Look, shout out to Will C. Get him on this second verse. Southwest. Look. Yo. Boardwalk, chakra, pick strap, contra, goons for the onslaught, brainwash monsters, brown skin, white skin, all of them brainwashed, your skin, my skin, all of them brainwashed. Look, do you feel a sense of safety when you hear them sirens? Let me know, cause all I ever feel is fucking violence. I can't stomach the view of these tyrants, hear you, or what they put in the news. It's constant shells in our youth. How many deaths does it take? How many loud outcries? Who's gotta be the one to say that it's time to ride? Are you ready to die? Are you ready, am I? Cause you flawed in design, cause you flaunt it and hide. You fucking shameless, twisted when the fame hits. I guess that's how the game is. Tainted souls make it, land for the taking. Family raped in, land for the raping. Family taken, ward war chakra, pick strap contra, goons for the onslaught, brainwash monsters, brown skin, white skin, all of them brainwash. Your skin, my skin, all of them brainwashed. All of them brainwashed. All of them brainwashed.